Morning, and it's the 29th of January already. Going to be the end of the month, and they're going to be in Recife very soon. So that's kind of fun. Grey, overcast day here, still a bit cool, but not too bad. I'll be able to get this jacket off soon. I don't get the heaters flashed up until early in the morning. Anyway, and I just got out of the shower, but I still can't wash my head. Had some skin things zapped off, skin BSCs. Anyway, and I stopped the photo file right on the right on a section of the GGR. I should scroll down one day and show you all my photos. There's hundreds of them. There's meant to be thousands, probably all five. And so I scroll down and go, boom. So, yes, it was GGR. And there's a few people in the MGR thinking about GGR. And there's a few 580 sailors that already got there. So I stopped on a GGR page. That's the marina in Les Sables d'Olonne, the Vendée Globe Marina or the Vendée Marina. That's a model of Suhaili. We were flying those. There's a chap here in France, unbelievable. It takes him a couple of years to build one of these models. They're really big. It's about a metre long, that one. And they're all remote control, and they look fantastic. And he's done a model of every one of the original 9 starters in the 1968 Golden Globe, which is amazing. These models are just stunning. Anyway, long story. This one is the bow of Abolish Tommy's boat in the second GGR in 22. The short story is he did the 2018 edition, and of course he got rolled over, knocked down, injured back, big rescue. He came back in 22 with a Rustler 36, and we have a prologue that went from Gijón in Spain to Les Sables d'Olonne, and you can sail it single-handed, two-handed, or with 3. It's like about it was about 300 miles or something. And he had a full crew. He had 3 crew on board. Abolish went down below, and one of the crew was reading Robert Knox-Johnson's book from the 68 GGR and planted the boat straight into the side of a big ship, knocked the bow off. So that's the watertight bulkhead down the back there, but it's full of foam and everything. But the bow is completely chopped off, smashed, and they've cut the remnants off, getting ready for the repair. But he still made the start. Jean-Luc Vandenheeg, good mate of mine, great guy. He won the 2018 GGR, and he was 73, just a little boy. So gets my mind thinking. I tell you, I don't know whether anyone recognise that. You know what that is? That's actually, I've never been there. I don't know why, because it's just up the road, really. It's about a couple of hours drive away, and I'm going to go there. But that's the grave of Bernard Matessia from Joshua. A very poignant spot, bit of a Mecca, site of Mecca. Everyone tends to go there. I have no idea what this is. It was so small when I pressed the button, but it's got something to do with something. I'm not sure. There was 2 of these there. One was obviously English. This one looks like Spanish. I'm not sure what they're talking about. But anyway, that's the GGR fleet in Gijón before the start of the prologue, sailing back to Les Sables d'Olonne, ready for the start of the GGR. And this guy, Elliot, he was one of my cool dudes in the race. So many funny stories about this guy. Elliot was the youngest guy in the fleet, surfer, musician, call him what you like, really philosophical. He was like a little Bernard Matessi. He actually won the Communicators Award, which is a big deal. But anyway, great guy. But sadly, the bowsprit fell off the boat and he had to retire into Australia. So not sure what Elliot's doing, but he's a great guy. Walker towing log, that's what they use. We don't allow any electronics in we allow electronic echo sounder, that's all. But that's the trailing towing log that everyone's got to use. Anyway, and the official poster talking about Matessia's route, Bernard Matessia's route, up the top, the long route when he sailed around the world in the original Gold Globe. And they're the entrants from the last edition. So that was kind of cool. Anyway, enough of that. That's just where the mouse stopped. And I get a whole page of photos, and I've got to pick photos out of that page just to save time. Anyway, an interesting morning this morning. Made a few decisions, which is kind of cool. So more about that later. No, I won't tell you about that. You'll have to wait. You might not hear about it for a few months, but it's personal stuff because I'm a talker and not a doer. Anyway, but maybe I'm going to do something. Right, tracker time. You're on the tracker there, boom, and I'm now on the tracker, So stretching right out across the South Atlantic there, and getting closer every minute towards. There we go. Just a quick flash just to see if they're all on 8 o'clock. They are, but getting very close now. And it seems to be the conditions are a bit of a mixed bag for the fleet. The blue doesn't tell it all because it just looks like trade winds. But I'm going to have a good look at before we even get into the positions, I'm going to have a good look at the waves here. Yeah, there's some transitions there. You can see. I don't know whether you can see that. I'll build it up and show you what I mean. This is actually a graphic. It's not a color. It's like windy when you're on wind. You see the wind issues, but you can see what happens here. This is the wave patterns, right? So they generally go in a bit of a direction. They don't have big snail trails like you get on the wind side of it when you're looking at windy. But you can see here, it's like if you watch it close up, it'll get you all vertigo and giddy because it's all a bit of strange stuff because of the currents, probably. If I interpose that with the currents, there's a little bit. There's this wave line coming down here where there's waves there. But if I go back to the waves now, so watch this spot going down the coast, and as I turn it back over there, boom, you can see that corresponds a little bit with the current. But that's obviously very confused seas there. And they've had some strange occasions back here a little bit further along, but it looks consistent there. But they're obviously getting funny stuff because of whatever. Anyway, it's a bit uncomfortable, but I think it's settling down a bit now, and they've got some really nice sailing. I don't think we shared Renault's video from yesterday, which is really quite cool. Just pleasant sailing. He didn't talk, he just showed some really nice sailing. We've officially changed the finish line as well, which it's not up here yet. I've got to get yellow YB onto it today, hopefully, and they'll change the official line. You can see where it is, but I'll explain it in a minute. But for now, we will come back here to see what Josh is doing. He's going out wide for some reason, I'm not sure, just to keep the breeze going wherever. I don't know, 4.7 and 101. Still made the magic 100. And someone's passed, Entrant's passed Jasmine. This is interesting. I must have passed him during the night. Yep, Jasmine's there, 4.394, and Entrant is 104. So that's a bit of a bugger because he would have sailed past her during the night, I think. He was saying that yesterday. He rang up for just a conversation, midday or something, and talking about it. I said, well, he was saying showing me he could see Jasmine up front. But he said, no, Jasmine will speed up because of daylight, and he'll lose him. But during the night, he said, she slows down during the night and I can maybe catch her. But I think he's passed her during the night, obviously. So there might not be any video. That's a bit of a blow. That would have been fun to see that. So maybe Jazz is just still catching up on sleep. And how far apart are they? Oh, I could have used the tracker. They're now about 7 miles. So they're just on the visual range. You wouldn't see her in 7 miles. Still in range of VHF. They spoke on the radio. But anyway, so Entrant 104 versus 94, 10 miles. In the last 24 hours, so but roaring past. So Entrant will be happy about that. Coming back down here, Kerry's obviously doing that zigzag to keep boat comfortable. Let the Aries do its job. 5.3, 112 mile day, and Eric 4.6, 109 mile day. So it's hard for anyone to get the big jump unless one of the other boats slows down. And here we go. Christian's still clawing past Adam by the look of it. 4.9 and 117 mile day. That's not bad. He's moving really well. Adam, 117 as well. So they're pegging leg and leg. Same thing. Nothing's changed. Jacob seems to be holding on to Peeler. That's about the same relative distance here, but we'll see. 117 miles, doing 5.1 at the moment. And 118 miles, doing 5.1. So got an extra mile in it in the last 24 hours. So still doing well, having a nice little race beside themselves. While Jacob's cooking his tinned veggies, sardines, eating raw onions. You see the way he cut up the onion in his hand. I'm thinking, geez, I hope that's a blunt knife. There's a video that Jane put up, cooking session with Jacob, and he chops up a whole onion, holding it in his hand. into little pieces. It was quite cool the way he did it. But jeepers, I like sharp knives. I have my knives razor sharp all the time. But anyway, damn, 5.634. Jeepers. Now you got me guessing whether it's sailing or whether they're getting more breeze up there. That's pretty impressive. 5.6, 134. And what was Renault? 133. So all of that effort, Dan, you got another mile, slowly but surely. 5.4. So Renault's still, okay, he's on 116. So he's going to be in before we get the tracker by tomorrow, I'd say. 116 and 138. So if it was 36, it would be 20. And so he's 22 miles behind. And they're doing 5 knots. So it's only 4 hours, but let's wait and see. Okay, and it's left that down there. 339 days, 20 hours, 39 minutes, and 7 seconds they've been out there, which is pretty cool. So we can go back and look at the weather. Look at this big hole here. There's a big hole by Recife. Not much wind, but we talked about that yesterday. It's obviously a land effect. Obviously, that's pretty obvious, and it's probably got to do with the heat. Sort of lifting the trade winds up off the surface of the ocean, gets it up high. As the hot air is rising, as it's getting there. Maybe that's part of it. And I think there is some mountains there. I think I've never seen it, but it's quite a rugged coastline. So looking at the wind, I'll just do it from here, I think. We're on the wind. So I want to go a little bit smaller, and then we'll push it along every 3 hours. Get that back up there. It's not moving because I've got to hit that. Okay, here we go, every 3 hours. Oh, yeah, softening off. Maybe. Oh, no, a bit patchy. So it's not roaring trades. It'll slow a bit, but then it comes in again tomorrow for the next day, 31st. And the 1st, yeah, it's all just normal. And the sea state, as we've shown you, let's see what that's doing. Look at that, along the coast, very defined there. So they're going to get some confused seas in about 12 hours or so. Back here, it's a little bit better. Oh, there's a spot. Josh is going straight into some funny stuff. Sea state there, maybe just in front of him. Okay, temperature's the same, and the clouds, it's a blue sky day for most of them, so that's all good. All right, we'll leave it at that and come back and say g'day to those that are here. So we're all on. Trackers there. Jasmine relaxing the wind vane. Yeah. Hang on, let me go back and say g'day at the beginning. Tracker, oh, good morning, happy tracker. Yes, I saw that from your in-depth, lengthy report from yesterday. Entrant report was really quite substantial, Entrant. Amazing. Yep, good photos from the GGR. You were there. You know what it's all about. But anyway, I wondered who that was. I didn't see Tracker. I just saw the comment. Anyway, good evening from beautiful New Zealand. Oh, geez, I've got to get onto the guy. The 580 guy wants to be the New Zealand. Good morning from Winterly, Switzerland. I'm wondering why in the emotional journey videos you hear so little about the loneliness when they're at sea. I think I can probably answer that in the context of Starlink. It just changes the game totally, and in fact, there's some bad bits to it, but there's good bits. And realistically, I always had the idea we didn't want to restrict them. Like the GGR is really ugly, and the OGR was a little bit restricted as well on communication with family and friends and this, that, and the other. But all of the entrants, I mean, I'm on Starlink now. We have Starlink in the house. It's amazing, just boom. Obviously, it costs a bit when you're at sea, more than here. But they can ring up anyone, they can talk to anyone, and this is why I say it's, well, I could go on about other events as well, but that helps them. And the second one is that they're out there as a family. It's the MGR family, and they know that wherever they are, there's another 10 little boats out doing exactly the same thing, which is really comforting at the time. And I experienced that when I did my BOC challenge in 1990. I had a lot of friends that had done solo non-stop by themselves, people I knew really well and we'd helped them and stuff like that. And I felt like it was a bit of a scam because we only did 4 legs, wasn't non-stop, and there were 22 other boats out there. So you always felt like you weren't really alone. And I think that plays a big part. So, you're quite right. No one's talking about the loneliness and the isolation and all that sort of stuff. I was just watching some rowers as well, rowing and stuff. And it's a bit the same. They're all on Starlink. They talk to everyone. And simple little things like they've always got music going, which is normal. But back in the good old days, there was no music like that. When you're rowing, Jay Blythe and John Ridgway, when they went across, they didn't have music every day. They hardly had a radio. In fact, I forget. I think they had a radio, but not for listening to music. I can't remember what type. I've got to be careful what I say. But that changes the game as well because your mind is relaxed because you listen to this beautiful music and keep going and blah blah blah. So it's all changed a bit. Yeah, that's probably the reason why. I don't think they're lonely at all. They're experiencing something really quite special, and it's a window to, when you can do that, you take your own little home. You look at Jacob yesterday watching the cooking thing. There was more to it in that video when you think about what's going on. There he is in his little home. It's a great, cool little home inside the 580. He's got everything he wants. You can, pretty basic cooking, but nonetheless, everything's there. He's got music. He's got Starlink. He's got, and you're out in the ocean. And yes, it gets pretty hard sometimes, but it's also an amazing experience, as well as exotic ports. Entrant will go for that. I'm not sure which comment you're laughing at most, Entrant, but anyway, bit of fun. Elsa, hi, g'day, hello. It's 5:46 in Darwin. Thanks for being so whoop. Get up there and keep it going. We appreciate all our followers. Morning from Durban, South Africa. G'day, Laura. Okay, I think. Oh, jeepers. When I get carried away, I forget about things. I nearly forgot about the Entrant reports. You can ring if you want to, Ethan. I don't want to say you can't ring, but you're the only one that's watching. Although I think the others are watching later in the day. Right, what's that? And Entrant reports. We've got 2 that haven't been read. Oh, they're Entrant reports. Someone's writing one right now. I would like to Kerry Harris Christensen. 2 unread messages. This is more messages rather than Entrant reports. I don't know why. I haven't looked at the schedule who's supposed to be writing in, but anyway, what's going on here? Maybe. Oh, that's 7 o'clock. That's that one there. The comments. This is Jasmine. Hang on. Yesterday, Tracker all well. I gave you that one. Then I got one from Jasmine. Hang on. Okay. All right. Hello. Let me turn the volume up. Hang on. So you passed Jasmine. Oh, I got to get.
Well, only because we had a chat yesterday, and she's in relaxation holiday mood, and she's got less sail than me, and she's on wind vane rather than the tiller pilot at the moment. Tiller pilot, because of these winds, is much more efficient than the wind vane. So Jasmine is taking it easy, and if she wanted, she could have kept where she was.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you've been concentrating and trimming sails every 20 minutes and, not sleeping, hand steering. So you're having your Tracker version of a holiday sail.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, only difference between... I mean, the thing is that I did ask her, why don't you put your tiller pilot on? And Jasmine said she's only got one. And because she had trouble with her hydro vane, she doesn't want to, just in case,
Yeah.
If she had a spare one, I think she would have put the tiller pilot on and be as fast as me, really. And that's the reason why she's falling a little bit behind. And she's really taking it easy, not because I'm sailing the boat better.
Well, you are sailing the boat better, but that's called sensible management. Jasmine's, I could say a seaman, but then I get into trouble for that. So she's a sea lady using common sense, which is the best form of seamanship in the world. So she's doing a great job. So I just take the mickey out of it a bit, because I know we were talking about it yesterday. Anyway, that's cool. So it looks pretty good.
Sounds great, she's really having a good time. I mean, look at this. It's paradise every day. I mean, look at this.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely out of this world. And it's lovely and warm.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, I have got the twin 5 and the 7 up, and it's been up for days and days and days now, and you really don't have to do very much. The boat is just going towards Recife on her own.
Yeah, yeah. So basically sailing no mainsail. So it's been like that for 3 or 4 days. You haven't touched any sails.
Yeah. I have not touched it at all for days now. Sometimes I have to go a little bit right or left just to keep the sails filled.
Yeah.
But really, that's all I've been doing it to put my finger on the tiller pilot a few degrees left or right every now and again.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh? Yep, but that's trade wind sailing, you know. This is where it's an understated thing. A lot of people don't talk about it too much, but it's, you know, good planning and hopefully you don't get any big storms, touch wood. Anyway, not over yet. Yeah. So have you been thinking about what's next?
Well, of course, it's always in my mind what's next. But,
that's all right. I just want to check it's still there.
I am just enjoying till we get to Recife and, you know, and see how we get on from there. One day at a time. I mean, I keep in touch with lots of people, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, just put the camera on the rig again and just scroll up and down. Someone just said nice rig shots because sometimes people say we don't show enough of the boats either. So you having any trouble with chafing sheets or anything like that?
No, not at all.
And the spinnaker poles on the mast and all those sorts of things, it's not gronching around?
I use the boom as a pole out to number 5, A5.
Yeah, just so sheeting to the end of the boom.
And the number 7 has got a pole up, so I mean that is the strong side, so I can easily pull it in if the wind did pick it up. But really, wind has been so steady for so many days now.
Yeah, that's cool. How's your water supply?
I mean, I have got more than twice as much as I need, and I've even using some of it for showers as well. I've still got best part of 100 liters on the boat still.
Yeah, that's cool. And still dry down below? It's not salty or mouldy or anything?
No, I don't have those kind of problems. Even when we had the wet days, I don't. The boat is always bone dry inside.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep, all right. And not too hot? Looks quite mild there.
Well, to be honest with you, I love this temperature. The warmer, the better for me. I know Jasmine said, she finds it a little too warm. But for me, it's actually perfect.
Yeah. No, that's cool. All right. Well, good to chat. So keep dreaming. I'll do the same. And we'll see where we end up. Maybe I'll announce my plans before you announce your plans.
Well, yes. We love plans.
I know. I'm just it's getting extreme, but don't say anything to Jane yet.
Okay. Well, anyway, have a lovely day and thank you, Sister Jane, from me.
Yeah, we'll do. Okay, and I'm still eating the Turkish Delight, by the way, and it shows.
Oh, well, as I said, I've organised another box for you. So
No. Anyway, okay, stay good. See you later.
Ciao.
Yep, bye-bye. Bye. Okay, back to the entrant reports. It's always funny. Yep. And I'm just thinking then of Etienne in the GGR. He won the 21 Transat when I was in with him, and his boat's looking really good. He's about to launch it. It could already be in. He's completely rebuilt a Tradewind 35, so that's a great story. Right, now, okay, we did Tracker. So this is Jasmine, and I've got a photo here as well. I'll show you the photo first. So she sent a photo with this report. There she is there. Okay. Big hair's got, and as in, she might have washed her hair there, I don't know. And sponsors on the head sail, because I know that was part of her mum's story. New pair shots. Hang on a sec. Hang on. I got to look at this picture because it. Oh, right, okay. I was going to say, it looks like she's got a bloody beard. So she's pulled her hair across. It looked like a beard. She's probably taken the. I nearly said she's probably taken the piss out of Christian, but I don't say things like that. So she's taken the Mickey out of Christian, probably. These sort of glamorous, shots. You might have seen a few. And it says new paparazzi shot of the sexiest man 2026, right? So I think she's taking the Mickey out of Christian there. Right, and then her post says, just meditating and wishing for tea. Add it to the calendar. Oh, wait, sorry. Get your hopes up, Christian, Rachel, and Rachel Simons. It's just number 2. Forever unable to compete with the Green God's shoulder. Although I try, if you can't beat them, join them. That's so funny because I didn't look at the picture. I got watery eyes because too much screen time, and I thought that looks like it's like Christian, with a beard. I said no, he's got Jasmine on the boom. Anyway, very funny, Jazz. What else can you do on Groundhog Day but put that famous German sense of humour to the test? And then she's got love you really, Argo, and a green heart. So that was very funny. Okay, Adam. Trying to make the most of the last open ocean crossing. It's been very quiet. Saw my first cargo ship and enthusiastically called the bridge for a chat, but got a 2-word conversation. I see you. Click. Little Ren seems happy enough. 4 days to go. Okay, then Christian came back with a defence against Jasmine's, having 3 big laughing heads. Nice try. But the moustache suits you really well. Oh, jeepers, might start something there, ladyboy. Oop, I didn't say that. Right. Okay. Kerry Harris is added into this one. I would. Thanks for the levity, Jazz. We're going to need it over the upcoming windless week. I don't know about windless, but it's certainly a bit lighter. Okay, and then we just had one right now from Skookum. Perfect timing. Came in 3 minutes ago. So Josh Skookum, 29th. Around 5 a.m. this morning, the breeze actually filled in enough to warrant taking down the A3 after running it day and night all week. Should be just about finished with nothing today and can make the turn towards Recife. Yeah, that's why he's heading up there, because he's just had that sail out, so that's fine. This passage has seemed interminable, but I have been savouring it, although Spotify decided to delete all of my downloaded songs and I've finished all of my audiobooks, so life on board has become more meditative, i.e. boring. So, yep, life's tough out on the water, eh? Anyway. So that's all cool. All right, I think we're done there. So I'll just see if there's any other comments. And here we go. Where did we get to? Tracker. Also, I got that one. It's Etienne. He's there. Oh no, it's a go to Urton. Oh no, I couldn't work it out. That's Urton putting up links to. Go to it. No, that is it, Etienne. Is that you, Etienne? Give me a call on WhatsApp. Then we can have a chat about your GGR boat. Anyone that doesn't want to watch it can bugger off, but give me a chat. Some might be interested. So yeah, that's on WhatsApp, I think. Message with Etienne. So that's Etienne. Yeah. If you're still watching, Etienne, then give us a call on video WhatsApp, and people want to know why the 580 turned you into a GGR sailor. Anyway, g'day, MF Capto. Nice rig shots. Wing and wing, yep. Laura, Jasmine has challenged everyone to submit a logo of her thing. Oh, yeah. Jazz is, who knows what's next for Jazz, but she wants to get a logo up to use going forward that covers her swimming, her sailing, her rowing, probably her dogs. I mean, you could do anything you want. So if you're creative and you want to try and create a logo for Jasmine, it can be a sketch, it can be anything, a concept, send it in, so not to us, but to Jazz or a mum, to doing that. Hey, Jonathan, always fun to see those live calls, yeah. So love these reports, thanks. Yep, cool. Thank you for that. Okay, well, thanks for following. Like and share and tell your mates and all that sort of stuff. And if you got a chance to come to Antigua at the end, that'd be fun. You'd be more than welcome. Accommodation's the charmer, but it's going to be a fun time in Antigua for sure. So, okay, we'll see you tomorrow if all goes well. We're very lucky to be here. See you later.